No Yelena Vaksho Toivlo, my dear friends, the day Erev Asara B'Teves, the day before the 10th of Teves, tomorrow, a fast day, although it's Friday. We're supposed to fast. Hopefully we won't because Mashiach will come. And to do that, we'll give some more tzedakah. And tzedakah will certainly see to it that we should not have to fast tomorrow. Now, but you can ask the question, we know that on Friday one is not supposed to fast. Any other fast which comes out on a Friday is done the day before. Why is Asara B'Teves, the 10th day of the month of Teves, so strict that we actually fast on, even if it's on the Friday? In fact, it says if it would be on a Shabbos, we would also fast. Although Shabbos we're not supposed to fast. Why? Because it says the prophet Yom Hazeh, on that day. What happened on Asara B'Teves? So during the first Beis Hamikdash, on the 10th of Teves, the armies of Nebuchadnezzar, and that was in the year 3336, 425 years before the Common Era, he laid siege on the walls, to the walls of Jerusalem. Eventually they breached the walls. Then they destroyed the temple. We went into exile. So every year we observe the 10th day of Teves as a day of fasting and obviously repentance, a day devoted to safeguarding the walls of our identity. As we just said, those were the days, this was the time when they laid siege to the walls of Jerusalem. So we have to appreciate and understand the importance of walls. And the reason why all the other fasts we would not do it on Friday except for this one, because it was really the precursor for everything else. Tisha B'Av, Shivasa B'Tammuz, and the other fasts which we commemorate the destruction of the temple and the going into exile, all this was a result of the siege. And therefore, since this is the beginning, it is the most painful and the most severe and the most serious, so we do not postpone it. But let us think about a moment of what walls are all about. Walls enclose, insulate, and isolate. Walls cut you off from the world. A broken wall signifies danger. We just saw what happened in Gaza. If it's holding back a river, water will come pouring in. If it's securing a border, unfortunately, as we know, enemies or aliens will infiltrate the breaches. So broken wall means vulnerability, exposure, loss of identity. So what is it what we need? We need such a walls with gates in them. We need strong walls with gates that open and close. So gates that are open during the day and closed at night. The open time is to allow people to pass in and out, to exchange ideas and merchandise, and to communicate. Gates that are closed is to safeguard the city, to keep out harmful and destructive forces. The same is true in our lives. In our city, our community, our family, our own body and our own soul need to have strong walls with properly functioning gates so that they are secure, we are secure in our own identity. Protective of what is best and most precious in ourselves and open to the world to give and receive, learn and teach. This is what we are supposed to think about on the 10th of Teves. But there's something also very particular about it. As we know, the reason for the destruction of the temple was sinas chinam, gratuitous hatred. Walls and closed walls create an environment of unity, of togetherness, of dependence of each other, of caring for each other, of tuning into each other. So the message of the breaching of the walls is, let's make sure that these walls enclose us and unify us. And by us strengthening our unity with each other, strengthening the love for each other, we will resolve the problem of exile. We will take away the reason for exile, because the remedy is by taking away the sickness. If the sickness is gratuitous hatred. We must have gratuitous love. Ahavas chinam. And today, with all that's happening in the world, particularly I should say in Eretz Yisrael, we see tremendous concern, tremendous involvement, tremendous love from one Jew to another Jew, irrelevant of their commitment, irrelevant of their background. So we certainly hope that tomorrow, this Asar B'Teves, we will not have to fast, but we will feast with Mashiach in the Beis HaMikdash. And for that, let's be so sure that this is happening and wish each other good Yom Tov, because it says the fast days will be transformed into holidays, into Yom Tov. So good Yom Tov.